Hello and welcome to Education at SSBJ Online Video Tutorials. This is the third video in the series of discussions on questions and answers of topic Some Natural Phenomenon of Class 8th CBSE. We'll continue with few more questions in this series. Hope this will help you to revise, retain the content of this chapter and prepare you for appearing exams as far as this chapter is concerned. Next question will go ahead. Where is the phenomenon of lightning most likely to be seen? Is it on the hilltop, or river bank, or electric pole, a roof of a house? Now, as far as lightning is concerned, you already know that it's an electric discharge which happens naturally. So around 100 million volts of electricity will flow in the nature. And as far as electricity is concerned, it is the metal which are good conductors of electricity, which will attract this flow of charge more than any other material in the nature. That is why which of these is made of metal, and definitely it's an electric pole. A pole contains metal wires, okay, which are tied in between. So there is a chances of straight electric strike on it, and this will have a short circuit which will allow more of current through the circuit. That will damage many of the electrical appliances outside and inside the home. So what is the answer? Answer is option C, electric pole. Next question. A student was taking off his sweater in a dark room. He saw a spark and heard a cracking sound during the process. Which natural phenomenon is of similar nature? When we wear sweater, particularly in winter, due to friction means rubbing, this sweater develops a kind of charge, and when opposite charges are in contact, there will be a kind of spark in case if the voltage is more. However, even if there is a little amount of electricity, you find that spark in a form of a sound energy, and that's why we call it as a cracking. We may even see a kind of a spark in the night, and that is similar to the lightning. Therefore, which natural phenomena is similar to the nature is lightning. So option B is the answer. Next question. A student performs an activity to detect if an object is charged or not. Right? He made an electroscope as shown in the image. So he has taken an aluminum foil down and then a metal, that's a copper wire, and he winded it here, and a straw is put in between. So this is a good diagram for you to follow and make your own. Then there is an insulator lid here and a jar, again an insulator, right? He brought a charged object near the copper wire to test the working of the device, right? What changes are likely to observe when the charged object is brought closer to the copper wire? The copper wire unwinds. Option A. Option B, color of the jar changes. Option C, the foil sticks to each other. Next, option D, aluminum foils repel each other. As I have already told you that when the charged body is brought near, let's say glass rod rubbed with a silk is brought near here, right? This is a glass rod which is rubbed with the silk. So what happens? All those negative charges from all over here will flow to the top, because unlike charges attract. That is the properties of the charges. So unlike charges attracts. So when all the negative charges come here, what kind of charges are left here? It's only positive charges. So when you have a similar charges on both ends, they have to repel. So that is the logic behind this question. So what should be the answer here? It is not the copper wire unwinds. Unwinds means this will open, he says. No, it's not correct. So last option, aluminum foil repel each other, is the right answer. We'll move for next question. A student studies that an electroscope consists of two aluminum foils as shown in the image. A student studies that electroscope consists of two aluminum foils as shown in the image. When a charged body is brought near to the metal disc, the aluminum foil strip responds to it. What causes the aluminum foil to respond to a charged body? Right? So just now I have told you, when a positive charge is brought near, so what kind of charge you will have here? Again positive charge, because negative charges will flow here. Unlike charges reflect. So both strips of aluminum foil gains a similar charge, right? So we get the first choice as the right answer, and like charges repel each other. So this is supposed to be the right answer. However, you have to read remaining. Okay, take time and read and find out why these are wrong. So multiple choice questions have the importance of deciding which is a right answer and why, and which are the wrong answers and why. So this why will make us to understand the concept better, right? So the answer here appears to be A, right? So we have the right answer as A here. Next question. Rekha studies that earthing provides advantages to the electric appliances during lightning. Dear cadets, please remember that whenever you read these statement of the multiple choice question, read as how I am reading. Every word you have to understand properly, not to hurry up because we miss some of the information and land up in selecting the wrong answers. What advantages does lightning conductor provide? So this question is again to test our knowledge about a lightning conductor, right? Let us go for the option. It generates additional electricity in the circuit. Next, it improves the performance of the appliances. It prevents running of excessive current through the circuit. It reduces the amount of electricity consumed by the appliances. Now, what does lightning conductor mean? Right? Lightning conductor is used for a tall buildings or any constructions, right? Because there is a chance of lightning. So what is lightning conductor? Lightning conductor is made up of a sharp end at the top, and that is connected with the copper wire. It's a copper wire, or a metal wire, and then a copper plate is put inside the house, a pit is dug, and then a copper plate is buried under the ground. So what happens when there is a thunderstorm and lightning on this? Because this is a metal, it absorbs of more of almost every voltage of electricity which is generated here through the wire, and then that amount of electricity will go to this plate and from there to the earth. Since earth is so huge as compared to these small constructions, so earth can sustain that amount of voltage. Voltage will be about 100 million volts, and if that travels inside the building, that may spoil almost all the electrical appliances which are in the circuit. And that is why this lightning conductor protects, it prevents excessive current through the circuit. So this is the right answer. So our answer is C. Okay. Now we'll go for the next question. These are very interesting MCQs which are in the categories of hot, high order thinking. So unless and until you understand a concept properly, you will not be able to answer this. So we'll go for this and try to find out what's the answer. A student studies that a device known as lightning conductor. So again, this is a testing our knowledge as far as lightning conductor is concerned, is used to protect buildings from the effect of lightning. Okay. In the previous question I have drawn lightning conductor. This is the lightning conductor which is of metal. Okay. Any electricity which is struck on the building is first absorbed by this lightning conductor, and then it will goes to copper wire down to earth. Then it's called earthing. It is again a kind of taking away all the electricity by earth. Okay, how does the device protect the building from the effect of lightning? Right? It repels lightning to protect the house. No, the lightning goes inside. That's lightning is current, goes inside. It can absorb electric charge and store it for a future use. Not at all. It provides extra strength to the house to sustain. No, not at all. We can simply laugh at it, right? It provides an easy route for electric discharge to the ground to keep house safe is the correct answer. So what is the answer? Option D. Next, we have come to 20th question. A student studies that rigorous movement of air, current and water droplets results in building up of charge in the clouds. Yeah, it's true, because of more of air, understood, and water droplets. Water droplets are here, they are in the form of cloud. Which phenomenon might have resulted with the discharge of building up charges in the nature? Right? Simple one we have already studied. Which phenomena might have resulted with the discharge of building up of charges? So charges have built up here. Now how will this discharged? And that is discharged through lightning. And check whether we have the option here of lightning. Yes. So that is the correct option. 21st question. Which of these images explain the discharge of charges that result in the occurrence of lightning? So there are 4 images. This is A, B, this is B, and this one is C, and this is D. Okay. Now look at this. Here in the first images we have minus on the top. You can see this minus, right? A minus again here, so it may not be correct. And here also there are minus, negative charges. Now here we have positive here and again positive. Okay, so again if this is a positive, this will be negative charge. So this is again a wrong one. Now we'll go for, I'll purposely go for D. This is a positively charged. Now again this is a negative charge. Okay, because of friction these two opposite charges have been developed. But whatever charge which is developed here, it will be, this charge will be opposite of this, and then the charge which is down again will be opposite of the charge which is here, because these negative and negative should actually reflect, I mean repel, but they are attracted here. This is again wrong concept. So this must be correct, because here we have a negative charge developed and here it is a positive charge developed. So answer is B, right? We'll just see that option is B. So this is the right answer. 22nd. Where is lightning most likely to strike from the clouds in order to discharge its charges? A shrub, a tall building, a car on the ground, a person squatting, right, low on the ground. Question is, where is lightning most likely to strike? Simple one, it is a tall building, because that is what is near to the charges which is developed in the cloud. So our answer should be a tall building. 23rd question. Which of these phenomena is likely to result in an earthquake? This question tests our knowledge of earthquake. Disturbances occurring deep inside the earth crust appears to be correct. Accumulation of charges, wrong. Uneven heating of earth's surface, wrong. Condensation of water vapor, wrong. The answer should be disturbance occurring deep inside the earth crust. This is the correct answer. 24th question. A student studies that the tremors are due to disturbance that causes, tremors means again earthquake, shake, that causes deep down inside the crust, which is the uppermost layer of the earth. True. The crust of the earth is not in one piece, broken down in many fragments known as plates, right? These plates are responsible for the occurrence of an earthquake, correct? What causes the plates to result an earthquake? Is it distance of plates from the equator? Wrong. Difference in the thickness? Again wrong. Difference in size of the plates? Wrong. Movement of the plates should be the right answer. So this is the correct answer. 25th question. Which of the phenomena might result in the occurrence of tsunami? Right? And we all studied in the previous classes that tsunami happens when there is an earthquake in the ocean, that ground below the ocean. So if there is an earthquake here, if there is a shake in the plates, then this water again will move all around wherever there is a place find nearby. Okay, so that is what is the tsunami. So what should be the correct answer here? Is it lightning strikes, collision of plates, percolation of groundwater, condensation of water? No, it has to be, this is the correct answer. Rest all things are wrong. Okay, collision of plates below the ocean. 25th. Which of these phenomena might result in the occurrence of the tsunami. Again, same question I am referring, that's the option is B. 26th one. Which of these plates movements might result a tsunami? Okay, so carefully look at this. There are trees here, rocks here, and there is a movement of plates. So what we are thinking of is of tsunami. Okay, again there is a land here, and this side there is the ocean. Okay, and there is a movement of plates which has happened here. So earthquake is here, and it has opened and volcano has come out. Now B will go for, there is a movement of plate and there is a sudden jerk here, so this will cause an earthquake, and this is just below the ocean, right? This should be, these are wrong answer. This should be our answer, because ocean is just above and earthquake will just has occurred here down below the ocean. This is also wrong. You can go through this both lands are there, ocean is not there, so this will result into tsunami. TS. Okay, this should be the right answer. So thank you very much. We have had many questions of different natures, particularly MCQs were very interesting. The reason why I have revised and brought all the type of question including NCERT is that at this stage, if you are familiar with all these questions which are explained in 3 videos continuously one after the other, you'll be familiar with all the questions and it's easy for you as far as exams are concerned, and even your understanding of the concept will be better. Thank you very much.